Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Vintage Story. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing awesome. So I have been doing some work on getting our items moved into the storage room, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of holes in this wall of chests now. So as I was going through this, there was a couple of thoughts that came to my mind. So we have a lot of stone items in here, if I can find, wow, that's all wood here in the middle. So this is all stone, and we have stone there, and that's wood, and that's glass items, and stone, and, well, kind of stone, and yeah, then all of these are stone, with the exception of that one. That's clay items and more stone. But it doesn't make sense to put the stone stuff in here. It doesn't make sense to put the wood stuff in here. We have more buildings that we need to make. So I think we're actually going to try to get 2 buildings done in this episode. So we want a stonemason's lodge and we want a lumber mill. So that would be a good place to put those 2 different types of items. So the Stonemason's Lodge, I'm actually thinking of putting it down in this direction because we are going to be adding a mine entrance down in this space somewhere. I haven't yet decided where I'm going to put it or how I'm going to build it, because we may want to build up a little bit of a hill here, and I don't know, but we are going to take the entrance to that mine and run it under the water to the area over here where we have our vertical shafts that have exposed much iron, and eventually those shafts will then connect over to that one over there where we have a huge amount of minerals that will need to be mined out. So yes, that we have a lot of stuff that we could be doing here with that. But also between episodes, oh, and yeah, I forgot. I have these old rawhides that were from 1.10, and I know there's a code that can actually change those into medium hides. I don't care. There's 13 of them there. I have more leather or more rawhides than I know what to do with at the moment, and that number is only going to increase. But I have been mining between episodes, and I got a whole bunch more gold and a whole bunch of silver. So I was over in this direction, and I was picking up some grass for our livestock, and I found a little cave that I had not seen before. It was just barely exposed, and it was hidden under some trees. And so I popped down into that cave, and just shortly into it, there was a vein of quartz that had 1 piece of silver in it. So I decided to start doing some strip mining inside of that quartz. So I ran a path down the quartz, moved over 2 blocks, and ran another path, and I got quite a bit of this stuff. So we're exposing every bit of the silver and gold that is in that particular vein. And as you can see, we have at least 1 spot of gold and at least 2 spots of silver, and a fair amount of this has been bountiful silver. So I am very happy about that. But the majority of these ores we are also putting here in the blacksmith shop at the moment. Now, eventually this stuff will go into our foundry, which I have not yet decided where I want to build that thing. But the blacksmith shop does not feel like the appropriate place to be melting down ores, because, I mean, we have the forge and we have all of this stuff, but there's no fires here. There are no fire pits anywhere in this building. And also then you need the blast furnaces, and there's just all kinds of stuff that we would not be able to fit into this building. So yes, I have those buildings to build, but before we get to that, we do have a whole bunch of stuff here that is ripe. So I believe every bit of this spelt is ripe. Yep, looks like that. And then there is quite a bit of the flax is ripe. So all of this flax is going to come in really handy because I would really like to put another set of blades on the windmill. So I have tons and tons of this stuff to harvest, and then I'm going to try to gather up the resources that we are going to need for our various builds for today. Okay, so we did upgrade to 1.11.8, and apparently the sheep will attack us again. So, yeah. And it actually says damage tier 2. So, yeah, there's a lot of these stinking guys around here. I am going to need to make a lot more lanterns. Oh my god. Well, I am thinking we may need to murderize a few bighorn sheep here because they are eating through the grass really, really fast. Not to mention the fact that we have an awful lot of rams in here. So we've got, looks like 4 rams now. We do not need that many. So, yeah, that's a thing. May have to look into that here in a little bit. But the other thing, I am going to quickly come by here and grab some sticks because I finally have enough flax to make another set of windmill blades. So, yeah, we have 27 more normal stitched linen. So, yeah, we're just going to make one set of those. So that only took 2. Did that recipe get tweaked, or was I just in error on how much there was needed? I'm not sure. Well, that does not matter. But let's go ahead and go over to the windmill. I'll have to grab some ladders in order to get up there. And let's see what this looks like with another set of blades. So how are we going to get up here? Let's see, here we go. I love the fact that we can freestand ladders out in the middle of nowhere. That is very helpful. Something that we can't do in another game that will remain nameless. So, oh, whoops, that is not blades. There we go. And immediately I can see that it's moving faster. So let's get down here and take a look at it. Oh, much better. Much, much better. Just one more set of blades. That makes a heck of a difference. It still feels a little bit small, but I mean, that helps a lot. And now we are getting 100% productivity out of our grindstone down here, our quern. Now, I haven't really been keeping up on this thing, but yeah, we are getting quite a bit of lime ground up, and that's good. But we still need to make an awful lot more stuff here that will allow us to automate this a little bit. So, yeah, we'll probably be working on that in the next episode because I've been thinking about it, and I think I know what I want to do. But I haven't quite had a chance to gather up the resources here that I'm looking for, but I have been looking at the terrain, and I don't really feel that this space over here would be a good position for the stonemason's hut. I was thinking maybe I should put it over here, you know, and fill in the pond. But if we look at the big map, you know, that's the reason the path kind of curves here is because of the pond. So if we take out the pond, the curve is pointless. So I think instead we're going to use this little space here next to the warehouse. And it kind of makes sense anyway because, you know, you wouldn't want your stonemason to be terribly far away from your standard warehouse, but at the same time, you wouldn't want it to be terribly far away from where your stone is being quarried. So I think that is what I'm going to do here. And that also means that we will not actually be doing storage of the stone items in the stonemason. They will be going into the warehouse. So I'm going to dig through my stone stuff and see what I've got and what I want to use to build that. And I'm also going to move all the stone items into the warehouse. So I guess I'll get to that. So as I started to look through what I had available, I realized I am literally out of oak logs. So once again, I am back over on the other side of Teleporter 1 to try to see if I can find some more oak. And also I have gone through here numerous times and cut these trees down. And I think we're kind of running out of oak trees in here because most of the time I have not been bringing my shears with me. But hopefully we'll get some saplings. We'll be able to replant these again. And I should have the wood that I need now here in just a little bit. Wow, that's a lot of wood right there. Yeah, that's a couple stacks. So I was doing a bit of designing in creative for this stonemason's building, and in all actuality, we're not going to really be needing these oak logs. We will need some of these oak products, but we shouldn't really be needing the logs. We have a couple of things that we are going to need to go out and get together. One of them, I believe, is right here. Yes, sandstone. So we have a bunch of sandstone cobble, but we need a whole gob of sandstone rock because we are going to be making some chiseled sandstone. We are also going to be making some bricks. Now, brick making is something that I have not done yet. And I know that it can be done, but I believe we need to also make mortar for this. But so we can make any type of stone into a brick. And this is made by taking our polished slabs with the chisel and the hammer. And the polished slab comes from the polished rock. The polished rock comes from the raw stone. So multiple operations of doing that. But if we go back here, so these guys here, they are ingredients for the bricks, the slabs, and the stairs. And to do this, we need mortar. So mortar is slaked lime and some type of sand. Now the slaked lime is quick lime and water. So we are going to have to cook a bunch of our lime that we have over in the mill, and I believe that should happen almost instantaneous. Now let's see, I want to say right here, yes. Okay, so we do have some sand available. I don't think that that's going to be too much of an issue, but I am going to have to head back through the portal again and go and pick up a bunch more stuff. And yeah, I have a bunch of granite items in my inventory because I thought that we were going to be using a bunch of granite, which we are going to be using some of the polished granite as well, but not very much. So yeah, how do I not have enough room for this to fit? Oh, because these aren't supposed to be in there. That's right. The raw stone is supposed to go up here in this chest. So this entire area is dedicated to granite. And yeah, we have quite a bit of granite rocks and then a lot of the building materials. But this could take me a little while to go digging for this sandstone. Now, one thing that I was kind of happy to see, and actually I'm going to drop off a few more things here. Just, I need another chest. So let's go ahead and grab a few planks here. We'll make one more chest here because I actually ran out of space for my sticks, and that's kind of a problem. So we'll go ahead and place this here, and sticks will go into this one. But we are going to grab our pro pick. Now, pro picking is not often something that I do, but I did see that, yep, that's the right one. I did see that sulfur has a chance of spawning in sandstone. So, I mean, I would like to actually be digging somewhere in the sandstone that might yield sulfur. I mean, that would be a good thing. I guess I do have my shears on me, so if I need something, I can always get it. But yeah, let's go ahead and head through here. I'm going to get back up to the surface here because the sandstone is the topmost layer. And we'll kind of do a little bit of looking around, see if we can find a bit of indications of sulfur. You know, if we get pretty much any amount of indication from the Pro Pick for sulfur, we'll dig in that area. Also, if we see surface sulfur chunks, we're definitely going to be digging. So yes, I do have this spot here that I had quarried out in the original sandstone quest for the cannery, or tannery. Well, I guess it's kind of both now. But yeah, I am definitely going to be looking around here for something. Let's see, actually there was a cave that I spotted over here. And, oh, I forgot to grab my torches. Oh well. We'll go back and get those here in a little bit. But there was a cave here. Where was that cave? It was somewhere around in this area. And there's a lot of berry bushes here too. Okay, here it is. So this cave, yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere. But we can very easily do a little bit of Pro Pick work here and just see, and I don't know what it is when I open my inventory. I get a weird lag spike. But let's go ahead and do a little bit of Pro Picking here. So we'll take one there, one here, and one over here. And that should be good for that. Okay, so we have a slight chance for tungsten. Actually, a chance for halite. I didn't even think about that. Cinnabar, siderite, borax, copper, and a minuscule for sulfur. So this was something that was just added in this most recent update. So now minuscule amounts will show up. Now, that does not mean that there is no chance for sulfur in this spot. It just means the chances are very low. The way that ore spawning works in Vintage Story is a little bit strange. So the Pro Pick will tell you, you know, you have this chance of something spawning here. The game randomly chooses from that whether or not it wants to spawn that particular ore. And so, yeah, I mean, you can't just go, oh, well, we have a chance of sulfur here, because that is not the case. So let's go ahead and move some stuff around here. But anyway, you look at it, I am not feeling like I'm going to be able to get these guys done today, because this could take me a while to get enough stone for this. This Stonemason's Guild, or whatever, lodge, is going to be a bit larger than some of the other buildings. So minuscule amounts of cassiterite and sulfur. 12% chance for halite. It would be really nice if we could find halite closer to our base. But yeah, I'm going to do this, and I'll probably go back and get some signs so that I can put in here what each spot is showing. But yeah, got a lot of digging to do, and then I'll be back. Well, that's kind of a neat little trick. So we almost break the rock with the pickaxe, and then we can go ahead and break it the rest of the way with the Pro Pick, and it works. That's kind of neat, actually. Very strange. But yeah, that's actually a fairly good. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I want tab. That's actually a fairly good chance for hitting halite. I think I'm actually going to dig here, but before I can do that, I kind of need to gather up some sticks for ladders. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. So, yep. So, I am trying a slightly different style to my quarrying this time. So, normally I would dig out in flat layers, but because I need so much of this stinking stone, because, I mean, we need huge amounts of raw stone to be able to make all of these bricks. I think what I'm going to do is just dig down all the way through the sandstone in one line, making the honeycomb pattern on the opposite side, and then I'll do the same thing on the next one over. And yeah, I tried to secure this place, but I guess I must have forgotten about this edge. But yeah, I got drifters falling on me. Why? No. I don't want to hit the drifter with my pickaxe. What good does that do? But yeah, I am going to be working at this for quite some time, and I'm going to run out of time to make the episode if I wait until after I'm done for that. So I think we'll have to wait for the next episode to do the brick making and things like that. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you would like to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments. And I will see you next time. Bye.